learn how to feel confident even when you don't feel like it? I would, wouldn't you? In this video, I'm going to share with you we're going to get through at least 4 strategies and techniques that you can actually focus on today that will absolutely help you to start feeling more confident even when you don't feel like it. A lot of times in different types of settings, especially if you are in a leadership role, you're going to have those situations come up where you're just going to be really, really, really busy, and a lot of stuff is going to happen, and you may be caught off guard, and you may have information that is presented to you that makes you feel not as confident as you would like to be. So I want to share with you at least 4 strategies that you can take home and start working on today, ladies, today, that will help you to be more confident as you are traveling, presenting, advancing in your career. So if you're ready, like I'm ready, I want you to put a yes in the chat. If you're watching the replay, thank you so much for being here and being a part of this very important discussion as it relates to being able to feel confident even when you don't feel as confident. Now, one of the things or concepts that people say a lot of times when you're talking about being more confident in these type of settings is to fake it until you make it. Now, I personally do not believe in fake it until you make it. I don't think you should ever fake it until you make it. Never, 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 because it can actually cause you some problems whenever you do something like that. So what I'm going to do is share with you these insights that will help you. Give me just one moment. Let me take care of this really quickly. Okay, all right. Had to make sure that I am not being disturbed from telling you all some very important information here today. Fake it till you make it is something that I don't recommend to do. People will say this, and people that say this are the individuals that are not really serious about trying to appear confident. You can only fake it but so far. I don't believe in fake it till you make it, but I'm going to share with you some strategies that will absolutely help you be able to feel more confident even when you don't feel like you're confident at all. Now, I want to know from you, have you ever felt not confident in your career as a woman in leadership, or perhaps if you're outside of my target audience? Let me know. Let me know if you ever felt like you have never really felt confident. Put in the comments below what was going on, what was the situation, so we can all learn from each other, and I'll provide you with any insights that I can. Now, I do want to share with you that confidence is incredibly important, especially as you are enhancing your skill set as a woman in leadership. Now, I do want to also share with you as well something that will actually help you even to become more confident in a shorter amount of time. Before I go into the 4 strategies that are going to help you today, is to join a very exciting live coaching event that's going to be taking place on Monday, March the 31st, that is specifically for women in leadership. And in this session, you are going to have the opportunity to ask questions about your confidence, ask questions about your executive presence, ask questions about anything related to being a woman in leadership that will absolutely help you on your journey. This is going to be a life-changing event because you will be in the room with other women who will be sharing some of their insights, their experiences, what they have done that have been successful, and maybe some areas or things that they have done that were not as successful. And it is going to completely change your life. There is a lot of different options that I have for you. You'll have to take a look in the description below. But if you really are very serious, and I know if you're watching my live today and you are subscribed to my channel, I know that you are incredibly serious about your professional development and being able to communicate at that higher level than your peers, then you want to make sure you spend some time to join this event that is going to be taking place on Monday from 11:30 to 3:30. You do not have to stay here on the event the entire time. The purpose is for you just to come in, ask your question, and leave. Everyone that joins will have access to the recording. So check out the description below if you really are serious about trying to elevate your communication skills. All right. So everyone that's joining, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. We're going into how you can feel confident even when you don't feel like it. So if you're ready, put a yes in the chat. Let me know that you're ready. I'm ready to share these things with you. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, this is an ideal time for you to go ahead and subscribe so you don't have to worry about it later on today. All right. So hello, Shadrach. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Let me know if you have any questions about feeling confident when you don't feel like it. So I'm going to go into the very first strategy I'm going to share with you that's going to help you feel confident when you don't feel confident, okay? The first strategy is to dress the part. Now, a lot of times people will say appearances are not everything and they don't really care too much about their appearances and etc. But if you want to feel confident when you don't feel confident, you really want to make sure you are dressed in clothes that make you feel good about yourself. So that's why you see a lot of people they may have their suits on, they may have blazers, they may have a dress jacket, or if they're a gentleman, they may have on a suit jacket or nice shoes. Everybody has their own thing that they need to feel confident. So whatever that thing is for you, if it's the way you have your hair, if it's your makeup, if it's your nails, if it's your jacket, if it's your shoes, if it's your shirt, that is what you need to wear as often as you can, because even when you don't feel confident, you will already have those clothes on that will help you to feel confident. So think about your wardrobe. Think about some of your favorite articles of clothing. And if you don't have anything that's your favorite articles of clothing, this is an ideal time for you to start working on this. This is something that has helped a lot of my clients be able to embody confidence and really feel more confident as they're developing in their roles. Now, I do want to mention there's a question asked, where am I from? I'm from the United States. That's where I'm at right now. And if you're watching the replay, feel free to put where you are joining from. What part of the world are you joining from? Glad to have you here. Just really appreciate you being here today. Now, as I mentioned about confidence, in terms of the attire, think about what it is that you want to wear that makes you feel very, very confident. Whatever that is something you need to try to wear all of the time when you're trying to project confidence when you really don't feel like it. This is something for individuals that are very, very serious about their professional development. I will give you reality, not theory. Appearance is very, very important. So that's the very first strategy that you want to work on when you're feeling not confident, but you still want to project as if you do feel like you are confident. Now, are you ready for the second strategy? The second strategy is going to be to make eye contact. Now, we talked about one, you got to dress the part and put on your confidence attire, whatever that may be. A second is to make eye contact. So even if you are not confident and you're feeling nervous inside, any of you ever felt nervous inside when you're talking to people? Put it in the chats below. I know I have many years ago. It happens to the best of us. And especially if you're in a group setting or you're talking to a lot of people, or perhaps you're in a leadership role as an executive, and you have just been thrown a fire that you're going to have to deal with and you're not sure how, you might feel a little nervous talking about that situation with your team. So one of the things that you can do is to make eye contact with other people. Now, you may feel nervous inside, and that's fine. But if you're able to make direct eye contact with people when you are speaking with them, that shows a level of confidence that you are very comfortable in what you are saying. Why is this important as it relates to how you feel confident even when you don't feel like it? Well, I have shared with this many times on my channel, and if you've heard this before, just bear with me. Majority of people are not comfortable making eye contact with other people. The reason being is that when you're making direct eye contact with someone, there is an exchange that happens there. And if you're not really comfortable in yourself and being able to make that eye contact, you can feel a bit intimidated, right? You can feel a little intimidated, a little like worried, like, oh, what's happening? I don't know what to do. This person's just staring at me. Well, I will share with you, if you are able to maintain eye contact and not be that first person to look away. I've talked about this in many videos, so you definitely want to spend some time on my channel and take a look at those. But if you are that person that does not look away first, then absolutely you will be in a position to show that you are confident. And I will share with you that if you can master this skill, this is one of the most important skills that you can develop if you're trying to establish your confidence, you're trying to establish your executive presence, and you're trying to go to higher levels or advance in your career. Eye contact, eye contact, eye contact is incredibly important for you to master. So when you are not feeling confident and you want to look like you feel confident, master eye contact, because it automatically will show you are expressing some form of confidence in what you're saying. Now, I want to get some insight from you. Have any of you struggled with making eye contact? Is it something that you want to learn a lot more about? Let me know in the comments below. I can do a specific video just for my audience because I appreciate you all so much. You've helped me out tremendously, and I just enjoy being here with you. But let me know if it's something you want me to go into and do a video on, specifically in terms of how to maintain eye contact. I know there's one part of it, that's the theory. Make eye contact. But then there's some strategies that we can use to really help you solidify this. So if you want to learn more, feel free to put it in the comments below. You're always welcome to reach out to me at info@exciteexcellence.org if you want to have a one-on-one conversation and develop a customized plan for you. Now, we've talked about 2 ways that you can present that you're confident, even though you don't feel confident. So we've talked about one. The first one was, do you remember? The first was to do what? Dress the part. The second is to maintain eye contact. Number 3, which is very, very important also, is going to be to manage and really control your nonverbal gestures. Specifically, what I mean by that is when you are feeling nervous and you're anxious and you're worried about what you're going to say, a lot of times we can see it all in your face, right? We can see it all over your face in terms of how you're feeling. So when you're at that higher level and you can control how you express yourself or your nonverbal gestures, then you position yourself to be in a place where you are presenting as if you are very confident, even if you're feeling nervous inside. Now, one of the things you can do is to start recording yourself. Record yourself when you're talking about a topic, something you're passionate about, or maybe a topic you know nothing about. If you record yourself, and this is something you can do at home with your phone, record yourself and see how you communicate. Start to identify what are some of those nonverbal gestures that you do that look a bit confusing. Maybe you turn your head one way. I know I have a habit of moving my head to the side every once in a while, right? I look at myself too. Maybe you might be in a situation where you scratch your head, or maybe you fiddle with your fingers. Anything. Just make sure, spend some time to record yourself and see how you are presenting yourself physically. A great tip that I would recommend for you to do, if you're feeling nervous, right? If you're feeling very nervous and you want to be confident or show confidence, is to do the simplest thing that you can ever do with your body. And that is to have the stoic appearance, like a statue to a certain extent. What you can do is to clasp your hands together, depending on where what the situation is. If you're sitting at a table, you want to put your hands on top of each other like this and just leave them there. Or if you are sitting at a table, you could always do my favorite, which is clasping your hands together. That's showing that you are controlled. And even if you are nervous and you're squeezing your fingers to death, people probably are not going to see it that much. They're just going to see the overall appearance of how you are looking. Another option is to have your hands at the side. So position your hands and your body in very upright positions, because this is absolutely going to help you be able to project confidence even if you feel nervous and you don't feel like you are confident. Now, I'm sharing with you some strategies that have helped a lot of my clients over the past 20 years, and I'll share with you an example. I had a client of mine who was interviewing for a specific role. And when she went to go interview for this specific role, one of the things that happened is that she was not successful. She wasn't successful in the role initially, and one of the feedbacks that the interviewers gave her was that she did not appear like she was very confident in her abilities and what she was doing. And so she asked a bit more questions in terms of, well, what did I do? What could I have done differently? And one of the items of feedback they gave to her was, you moved your hands a lot, and it seemed like you were very, very nervous. And whenever you are in this type of role, when you're handling a lot of data, a lot of information at once, you want to control yourself so that you don't feel like you are being too nervous. And she took that information to heart. She reached out to myself as an executive coach to help her really get through that interview process so that she could be successful. And guess what? She did fantastically well. So this works. If you can position your hands in a very static state, this will absolutely help you be able to enhance your confidence even when you don't feel it. When you don't feel like you're confident, you're feeling nervous, this is my go-to. Interlock your hands together and just put them down in front of you. This is an excellent way to do it. Now I'm going to go into the fourth one. Now, if you have obtained any value out of this video today, feel free to leave a like. I appreciate you all for liking the video already. I appreciate your support. And if there's any comments or any topics that you want to learn more about, feel free to place them in the comment section. I will absolutely record a video for you as long as it is appropriate. Of course, I have to say that on YouTube, but as long as it is appropriate and is directly related to helping you enhance as a woman in leadership, then absolutely put it in the comments below and I will definitely make sure I record something for you. Okay, we're going to go into the fourth and final strategy that will help you to feel confident even when you don't feel like you're confident, or make you look confident when you don't feel like it. Are you ready? The last strategy is to smile. Smiling is a fantastic way for you to be able to showcase your expertise and show your confidence. Many times when people are really nervous, they have a hard time smiling because in their mind, there's so many things that are going on. They're really nervous, they're concerned, and it's hard to smile, right? It's very difficult to smile when you feel like the world is on your shoulders, or you feel like everything is coming down on you at one time and you don't know what to do. It's hard to smile. So if you can showcase your smile when you are talking to people, this is an excellent way for you to be able to look confident even though you don't feel like you're confident. Now, I want to know from you, what questions do you have about confidence? Have you experienced any of these challenges before? How did you overcome them? Let us know in the comments below so we all can learn, especially if you're watching the replay. Let us know what your thoughts are. Now, I do want to recap for those of you who have just joined. Welcome, welcome. Glad you're here today. I appreciate you all for being here. We had Shadrach and Quincy B. Gaming present as well. So thank you for joining. I want to give you a very quick recap. I'm going to share with you very quickly how you can look confident even when you don't feel it. The first strategy you want to do is to be able to dress the part. Your appearances matter. Watch the replay to learn exactly what I talked about specifically as it relates to dressing the part. You want to check the replay out. The second strategy is going to be to make eye contact. Eye contact is a fantastic way for you to be able to show you're confident. Third is to control your nonverbal gestures, your hands, your head, make them in a static position so that you don't look like you're nervous. And then finally is make sure that you smile. All four of these strategies will absolutely help you to look confident even when you do not feel it. Now, I want to know from you, what questions do you have? I'll give you all just a few moments to ask me any questions as it relates to confidence, or perhaps you might be going through something as a leader right now. I'm here to support you, learn from my over 20 years of experience that will help you to fast track your career growth. While I'm waiting for some additional comments to come in, I will share with you that I have a very exciting event that's coming up next Monday on March the 31st. It is an executive presence and communication mastery live coaching session. It is going to be a life-changing event where you are going to learn decades and decades and decades worth of knowledge from myself and from the individuals that are participating in the event. It is a group format, and so what will happen is that people will join the session. They'll ask their questions, and then if they have to leave, they can leave. Everyone that participates in this event will have access to the recording for it. So you want to make sure that you are in a position where you can join. And if you're busy and you have other things going on, that's completely fine. Take some time when you have a moment and take a look at the replay. You're going to learn a lot of information from other people. And that's the big part that is really helpful as it relates to community. When you're in a group of like-minded individuals, it helps you to actually accelerate your career growth because you're learning from their experiences and you're learning from their mistakes so that you don't make it. So in addition to some additional insights that I'm going to provide, it's a great opportunity for you to really accelerate your career. If you are very serious as a woman in leadership about being able to enhance your confidence, develop your executive presence, and to master those very high-level communication skills, you will absolutely want to join the Executive Presence and Communication Mastery live coaching event next Monday. It is going to be a life-changing event. The reason I decided to host this type of event is because Our transition as women in leadership to these roles we're in right now is relatively new. In the 1800s, many of us were working in factories, and we transitioned to the 70s where we were in more clerical type of roles, switchboard operators, secretaries, etc. Then we transitioned into the later years, and we ended up being in healthcare. And now many women in leadership are transitioning into those higher level executive roles. This would be your managers, your directors, your VPs, and your C-suites. And there's a very short window that we've had to make this transition. And I found over my 20 years of experience working as a manager in a C-suite executive and a director that there's a lot of skills, ladies. There's a lot of skills that we simply do not have because we weren't taught how to do it, because majority of the roles that we're transitioning into now as leaders have been predominantly occupied by men. And that's just a reality. That's where we are. So I wanted to create a session where we could really brainstorm and go over any challenges that you're facing right now as a woman in leadership, so that I can truly be able to impact you and help you accelerate your career growth. I wish that I would have had this. I personally wish that I would have had someone that was a woman in leadership that saw what I was trying to do or saw the potential I had and sat down with me and said, you know what? These are the things that you might want to consider as you are developing your career. You might want to start working on your public speaking. You may want to go ahead and take some additional classes to help you be able to be more well-rounded. There's a lot of things that I just wish that I would have had access to. And I didn't really have the opportunity for me personally to see more women in leadership until I was at a setting where I went to dental school, when I went to Howard University, and I was able to see a lot more individuals that were doing very well. So this is a great opportunity. The link is in the description below. You do not have to stay for the entire 3 hours. Just come to the event, ask your question, and then leave. You'll have access to the recording, and that'll be great for you. There is a VIP option also that will allow you to ask your questions as a priority, have a 15-minute one-on-one session with me, have access to an executive communication masterclass. And if you can't attend and you are at a position where you can ask your questions in advance, I will send the replay to you and put a timestamp as to where your questions are. So it's great if you jump to VIP. It's a great opportunity. You're going to learn a lot. Just check it out in the description below. All right, so I want to say hello, LP 2013. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. Glad you came to spend a few moments out of your day with me today. And I want to see, do y'all have any questions? Any questions as it relates to how to look confident even when you don't feel confident? This is something that I know people struggle with all the time, every day. I talk to my clients. They tell me how they struggle with this. So this is your opportunity to ask me anything, and I will absolutely help you with this. I appreciate you all for being here and spending a few moments out of your day with me today. Let me know, do you have any questions? If you don't have any right now, that's okay. Leave it in the comments below if you come back to the video or at any point in time, and just let me know what questions you have about how to look confident while you do not feel confident. I will help you on your journey. Check out the replay for those of you who are just now joining. It has some really great insights, 4 strategies that you want to take a look at and start incorporating into your routine, into your mindset, into your overall big picture of your life today, that will absolutely help you to show that you look confident even though you might feel a bit nervous. I will say that the nervousness that you have, it can go away. It can go away. You just need to have some support to help you. And if you want to work together to help you kind of get over some of that nervousness and really to have your confidence, your executive presence ready at all times, then reach out to me. Send me an email at info@exciteexcellence.org, and I would be absolutely happy to have a conversation with you, strategize, come up with a game plan so that you can really truly present that best version of yourself in your business, in your workplace, in your career, and in your life. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you all. Make sure you check out the live coaching session. The spots are filling up very, 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 very quickly, especially the VIP spots. So you don't want to miss out on this event. I do not know when I'm going to host another one of these events. It might be next year. So you definitely don't want to wait. Make sure you sign up today, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.